occasion to be in Sacramento today, and I thought I'd stop by and see Effie Yeaw Nature Center again. Go down to the river, because I was here like, I think in October or something like that. And since we had a giant storm for like 2 weeks after like a New Year's Eve to just a couple days ago, tons and tons of trees went down. Effie Yeaw lost a whole bunch of huge, big, huge, round oak trees. But I wanted to get down here to see the river because I was going to go to the canyon today, but things didn't work out, so I didn't get to go. But I can still go to the American River, which is just down here a little ways. I don't have my boots on, so I'm not really prepared. Again, it's one of those hike of desperation, not preparation. It's not even really a hike, it's a walk down to the river. So let's go down here and see what it looks like. Come on. There are 1,002 kids here today. And in fact, there's about 2 of them to the right of me, so I have to keep this over here. But I'm trying to, let's just go see what's down here. It's kind of hard to walk on these cobbles without my boots on. My weenie tennis shoes are just not cutting it. Look at that. Oh man. Can you see that? I'm going to compare this to when we were here before. Sorry, this is bumpy. I know this is going to be bumpy. Oh, that's a neat rock. Look at that nice piece of quartz right there. It's got nice little, look at that. It's got nice little crystal-y shards in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It might be too bright, but all this was exposed. I mean, that little, that little spit right there. Let's go around here where we were last time. Oh wait, there's a neat rock. It's a neat rock. Look at that. Nice piece of quartz. This is the area for quartz. I wonder if I can rinse it off without falling in or getting really super muddy. Let's see. Let me see. I'll go right out here a little bit. Pretty pretty. I know it's going to be bumpy because I'm walking kind of fast over cobbles, but I'm trying not to make it bumpy. Not that I'm trying to make it bumpy at any point, but I want to go over here and see where we were last time. You see that A-frame thing right there? That was visible. So those storms have really helped the river. Comparing where the water was, which it's actually higher than it was, to where it should be, which is up here at this little rocky berm kind of edge of the water stuff. These are cornrowed. I wonder why. I wonder if they're cornrowed on purpose. Huh. Interesting. So I'm not sure if these are just tailings that were laid down in this corn row kind of thing, or if it was just a big pile of tailings that somebody somewhere somehow for some reason cornrowed, because they're all like that. So I'm going to have to guess that they're probably tailings that were laid out that way and not necessarily specifically from the river. I love geology, but I'm not any good at it. That's pretty. Let's wash it off, shall we? In the little freezing cold water. It's like a nice piece of conglomerate. Look at that. It's got little flakes of... That's pretty. Again, like I said before, they're never as pretty as they are when you pick them up out of the water. When you take them home and they dry off, it's like, why did I pick this up? So anyway, we're almost over here. There's some people coming behind me, so let's go over here and see. Because last time when we were here, there was a... Somebody must have disassembled it or something, because there was a... It wasn't a fire ring, but it looked like it. Somebody had put like a peace symbol or something in there. Unless it got buried underwater. It's a nice chunk out of that rock. Another chunk out of that one too. Somebody got hungry. Oh, that's pretty. I'm not going to get very far, am I? Look at that one. That's pretty. Wish I could tell you what that was, besides a red rock. Look, it's a speckled egg. Oops. It's a speckled egg, like the, looks like a speckled, one of those, malted milk ball eggs. Although I wouldn't want to eat it. I would if it was a malted milk ball. Love those things. Last year, this is where I entered, pretty much where I entered the water. I kind of waded over out there into the rocks. And, man, look at that. Look at that way cool rock. It's pretty darn chunked up, and I would love to tell you why it's chunked up like that, but I could not tell you. It's so smooth, too. That is way cool. If I could lug it out of here, I would, but I'm not packing that thing back to the car. That is way cool. It's so pretty. I cannot get near it. I mean, in it, because, again, I've got the weenie tennis shoes on, not my boots. If I had my boots, I could actually step out in a little bit, but I wouldn't want to get out there because I would get swept away and be gone. I think they're crazy. I'm not sure what that is, besides crazy. Because they, man, okay. That's a nice little sluice box right there, under that tree. Would be nice to, like, you know, find gold in there, which is, you know, a possibility. Not likely, but it's possible. It could happen. Not to me, but it could happen. I wonder if I could tumble my way down there to that little sandbar. I have to turn you off. I think I figured out why this is so bumpy, because for some reason it wants to be on one-time zoom when I turn on the video. I don't know why, but the more zoomed it is, the more bumpy it is. Anyway, I made it down that little tiny mound of loose cobbles down to here, to this nice little sandbar-y thing, just to see what was down here. You know, I wish a big old chunk of gold would fly right out of there. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh man, that would be nice. It's so nice that we have water, at least for the moment. What's under here? Anything exciting? Quagga mussels. I just saw one of those a minute ago. Look at that cool rock. If it wasn't so big, I'd take it out of here with me. Put it in the yard. Isn't that pretty? I know this is a rock hounding video again. Stick with me. That's pretty. I like that one a lot. I had to come up far and away from that little bay area thing that we were in because, well, first of all, there's a photographer down there who's basically stalking me everywhere I go. He's not actually stalking me, but, you know, he's moving in the same direction I am. I stop, he stops, you know, so I'm like, well, I'm moving on. And there's a bazillion people down there, as you can see, at the water, and most of them are kids, and it's astonishing how clueless people can be. I mean, really clueless. I won't go into detail. So I thought, well, I'll come up here into the big cobbles up in this tailing area. Just, yeah, these are tailings. These just look like tailings. Just the way that they got the bigger rocks and the littler rocks. It doesn't look like there's anybody up here. But, oh, let's go over here. Let's go see what, oh, okay. I looked at this twice now, so I better look at it again. That's like 2 different rocks. Or, oh, you can't even see that. There you go. Isn't that weird? Huh. Okay then. Let's go over here and see. I know it's going to be bumpy, I'm sorry. This time of year you don't have to worry about rattlesnakes, which is nice, especially because it's been freaking cold lately. See, you can see up there on the hill, there's a guy in a green jacket right there. That's the Sacramento Bike Trail. And that goes from way up there like by the Folsom Dam, all the way down to the Sacramento River. This is the American River. This is the North Fork of the American River. And it goes down and converges with the Sacramento River down there at Discovery Park, which is that park that I tried to get into a couple days ago, but it's closed because it's flooded. So when it is open again, I'll have to go down there and show you what I'm talking about. But wow, look at that house on the hill. Can you see that house right there on the hill? Let me see if I can zoom in. Well, apparently not. That's it. Oh, there's a fishy or something that just jumped up. I missed it. Huh. Wonder where he went. This is also a salmon habitat. So this is an important river for that. In Auburn, there's 20 miles of it, I think it's 20 miles of it, that has been designated national, what do they call it? National Wild and Scenic River. So they leave it in its pristine state. Oh, hi birdies. They got red heads and red butts. I wonder what they are. They got sharp pointy bills too, so I have to look those up. Or I could go down there and find out. Look at this bizarre tree. It looks like, I don't know that it is, but it looks like it's leaning over but still growing. Huh. That's what it is. It's like it, I don't know, did it break? And then, but look at that, isn't that bizarre? Because it's still, this stuff is from another tree that fell next to it. So this one, that's the giant stump. I don't really want to see that blue thing. Don't even look at that. Uh, and like its branches went up and out, still alive. I mean, there's still leaves on it from last spring, summer. Look at this really pretty thing. That's pretty, isn't it? What is that? Anybody want to tell me what that is? Besides a green plant, if I touch it and my finger falls off in a week, we'll know that I shouldn't have touched it. Huh, that's pretty. Look at that perfect split in that rock. I wonder, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. That'll do it. Huh. Here comes another one of those weird birds. I have to figure out what those are and let you know. Floating down the river. He's speeding along. I don't know if you can see him or not. Oh, there's some more. There he goes, bobbing on down the river. They're so funny. Oh, look at them all. What are those? I didn't get up here. It's this far into the field. I didn't go this far afield when I was here before. I could sit here and just watch those ducks. I think that's what they are. A wood duck of some kind. Okay, come on back by so I can get some pictures. Geez, and there's somebody way over there. You can't see him, but he's walking around in that cobble field too. It's like, oh, I thought I was going to be kind of by myself, but he's looking for the same solitude apparently. Anyway, so like I said, I didn't plan to come down here today. It was one of those, oh, I'm in Sacramento, let's go see what Effie Yeaw looks like. And the water, nice little rip current right here. It's all, and I'll show you. Here goes more of those ducks. Oh, here comes another one of those ducks. Probably can't even see it because he's microscopic in the camera. Oh, here comes another one. Maybe I can zoom in and get him. There he is. Ooh, look at him. They got a red head and a red butt, a white belly, and black wings, and a pointy beak. Looks to be yellow. And they dive for fish, because there's one over there that was just diving for a fish. Or just for fun. Who knows? I didn't ask him. Oh, here comes another one. What are you? Come back and tell me. Okay. Yeah, I came down here to show you the water. Look at how it's all racing over there, and it's nice and calm right there. And that little spot looks calm. I wouldn't go in there at all, and then it's wavy again. It just looks deadly right there. Can you see those rivulets in the sand right there? Isn't that pretty? This is funny. It looks like some kind of twisted smiley face. Cut two little eyes, and they're even indented, and a weird little smile. Maybe it's a skull. Maybe not. We just came from over that way, and we kind of were over there by that mound of tree, and there's that weird tree that's bent over. And then we kind of stopped a few times down at the edge there, and then there's that point where we were last year, and just a few minutes ago actually. There's the base. So my plan is, I see somehow I ended up like right in the middle of all the cobbles everywhere, and I've gotten ways to get out of them. But my plan was to just go back around the bay to farther up that way a little ways, past the trailhead, but farther a little ways, because that's where most of the ducks were hanging out last time. So I want to go see if I can see one of those, whatever they are. Let's go. Look at that pretty feather. Isn't that pretty? Look at all those fine details in that. I mean, each feather on a duck has that fine detail. That's pretty. Oh, it blew right back at me. Now it's on my shirt. I know you can't see me necessarily because the sun's at my back. And I know it's gonna be bumpy because I'm walking across cobbles. I made it out of the cobble field and I thought I'd go back down here to this point really fast, partly because I saw something in the water that I was like, oh, what is that? But as I get closer, it looks like it's just a rock. Shock, surprise, it's a rock in the water. Better go save it. When I made it to the other side, we were over there on that point over there. Came around the bay thing, the overflow. Gonna go down here and see if we can find out where those ducks are. See if we can get a closer look at them. And then probably head back to the car. This is that bar that those Canadian geese were on last year when we were here. It's pretty much underwater now, like it's supposed to be, but it's pretty much underwater now. Nice little do-it-yourself little stream coming down the path there. All the way out to, not even quite to the river, but just to the beach. Somebody lost their map of this area, conveniently. So now I can actually look at it and see. I mean, I know where I'm going today, but for future reference. Last time we were here, we were up there on that shady trail and we were going along looking at all the thousands of memorial benches that are here. There's a lot. And what is that thing in the water right there? You're supposed to stay out of the water because it's salmon spawning season. I know it's bumpy. Hold on. Where'd it go? I lost it. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right there. It went underwater. How did that happen? It wasn't underwater. Oh, it's... This is kind of funny. Their sign that says stay out of the water is underwater. How environmentally friendly is that? Too funny. So that means when they planted that sign, it was on dry land. It's not on dry land now because it's stuck in the ground. It's not just floating free. I mean, it's stuck. So they put it there. So that's how much the water's gone up since the rains, which is good. And the bonus fact is we have a lot of snow in the mountains for the first time in 7 years, I think, something like that. So in the spring, oh, here's one of those ducks. In the spring, when the snow melts, we'll have enough, hopefully more water. We still need way, way more rain this season. It's January, almost the end of January. But we still need way more rain. Yeah, all of this was not underwater last time we were here. Duck and a seagull on a collision course. Oh, you pooped. It's true what they say about seagulls pooping in midair. I'm gonna go down here just a little ways to the end, basically the end of the trail, just to see. There's a bunch of people over there, all piled up at the end of the trail, right by the river. There's a few people up there. Up that way that you can't see, that I'll kind of point to in a minute, is where we found that old, really weird, like well or whatever it was. Last time we were here, that brick thing. But this end, the trail kind of drops off and then goes up. Let's just, ooh. Yeah, here, let's look at this. Yeah, this was most definitely not underwater last time we were here. In fact, it was, I mean, look at all of the weeds and stuff that are up in the, like in the crook of this tree right here, you can see a bunch of, right there, you can see a bunch of weeds and stuff. But I mean, look at this, there's even right here, way up here. That's from floodwaters being up there that high, washing all of those weeds into the trees. It's right here, it's over there, it's right there, and big clumps of it. I don't know if you can see it because it blends in with the ground, but in those tree limbs all the way down. So that's how high the water got during the deluge we had. We had like some massive torrential downpours and a lot of flooding on other rivers in the area, all up and down Northern California. Actually, all up and down the whole state. Southern California got hit too. See? Look at all of that stuff in that tree right there. All that stuff. That's how high the water was. Yeah, this is basically like the end of the trail. And then it goes up to that other end of that trail, and then it goes up that cliffy kind of thing up to where that well was up there. And then there's those people's houses. Because basically the end of the nature center trail system is like over there, just like right there. Sure is a lot nicer being here on a cool day. I think it's only like 54 or something like that today. And it's nice because it's not blistering hot and it's green. It's not weeds, dry weeds like it was last time. Oh, there's one of those ducks. Those birds. You know, I probably shouldn't be standing under some of these trees because the ground I just walked across under by this tree is really, really soft. So probably should move elsewhere in case some of these guys are going to go down just from the storm. Actually, that one right there did go down and landed in that tree. That one broke off over there. That one came down and landed in that tree. That one's been down. Yeah, they lost a lot of trees in this park. I heard a chainsaw. When I got here, I heard the chainsaws going in the distance, cutting through some pretty big trees. You could tell they were having trouble. Thanks for joining me on this spontaneous adventure. It wasn't really an adventure. I just wanted to compare the river from last year to this year. Yeah. So I'm headed back to the car. If I see anything more interesting on the way there, I'll let you know. I think I already picked up the trail that we took down here in the last video, and I'll put a link to the last video at the end of this one. It's actually, it was 2 parts last time because there was a lot to see. So I will put a link to that. And if you're interested, you can check that out just to compare the river. And actually, I'm going to take a little part of that other video and put it in this one so you can see the difference, because this is a big difference. It's great to be down at the river. I love the river. Anyway, I will head out for now, and if I see anything exciting, I'll pull you back out and show you. Otherwise, I will talk to you later.